Samity Samtastic, back with more Guild Wars. And today we're going to be doing some Sunspear Point farming. So I'm sorry if you have been waiting for the next Hatoful Boyfriend episode, but I've been working with overclocking my computer, and the trial and error process involves a lot of restarts and a lot of Windows freezing up while it's booting. And so I was having some computer problems, and I was running tests and all kinds of stuff, and basically my desktop wasn't functional last night. So that's not what we're doing. I just wanted to get this video out today because I've had an action-packed morning and I wanted to get something for you. So we're going to be doing some Sunspear Point farming in hard mode of all things, and just to show that it is in fact easy to do in hard mode, we're just going to fill our party with heroes, and we're going to be skipping the dervish, and we're just going to do straight casters. And there's a reason for that. Basically, similarly to fighting with the Devourers, the Jinundu worms they attack dependent upon what weapon you have equipped. And so instead of using a scythe, which will attack 3 enemies at melee range, I like to use a longbow whenever I'm in one of those. It works out pretty well. And so we're gonna be knocking this out, getting this underway. This is the farm that I used in order to max out my Sunspear rank. It maxes at rank 10 with what, like 50,000 points, something like that. I think. I don't remember. I've got a whole lot more than that. It might have been like 80,000. Less than 100,000 though. You can look it up. I could look it up, but I'm not going to. So we're going to take a look at that just to see exactly how many points that we get. It's going to be 92,896 that we have right now. And we're just going to pop back inside so that the timer runs smoothly and clearly and concise, something like that. It's going to be all right. So yes, this is one we are going to just go kill a bunch of undead with the Jinundu worms, and it's going to be good times. So if you have beaten Nightfall, which hopefully you have by now, if you expect to be doing this in hard mode, then this is actually a really easy farm to do for Sunspear points. For the Lightbringer points, it was a little bit more complicated for me, and I mostly got that with Vanquishing, actually. And I found another a decent Lightbringer farm that I would do in actually right outside, not with worms, but right outside of Ruins of Mora, or the mouth of Torment, actually, right around here. So it was good times. You want to be careful when coming over here that you don't aggro those Jinn unless you enjoy fighting them, but that'll slow down your farm a good chunk. When going to the worm spores, if you don't use a lot of worm spores, then you may not realize that if your heroes aren't right next to you, then sometimes they don't get in the worm. If you run way too far ahead of them and hit that worm spore, then they might not join you, and then you'll wander out here and they'll just die. And you don't get death penalty from that, but it's still a huge pain and will definitely slow down your run. So just wait next to it till all the heroes are there and just watch to make sure that all of them get in. And we are going to start by hitting this group right here. We want the Acolyte, if possible. Try to avoid aggroing the Elementalists and Warriors over there. And we need to actually switch to the bow. And we're going to be mostly using Jinundu Siege and the regular attack so that we can stay at range. Because your heroes like to get in there, get down and dirty with all of these fun skills. And Jinundu Smash is kind of cool, but as it turns out, Jinundu Smash, it's funny, it has an interesting description. Deals 250 damage and causes knockdown, also affects adjacent foes, but it doesn't require a target. So it should just say affects adjacent foes, because it doesn't affect anybody else. So there we go. Easy chunk of combat. We're going to go ahead and grab these two as well. And if you get too close, you can't use Jinundu Siege. That's one of the reasons that I like to stick with the longbow, so that you have that option. And also, after each fight, if you've lost a lot of health, you can use Jinundu Wail. But what I've noticed is that the AI doesn't tend to go for you at all if you stay back. So Awakened Cavaliers and Acolytes are the two enemies that you have that have resurrection skills, and I just got interrupted. So the first that you generally want to do is take out that Acolyte, because that'll do the heals, and then immediately, as soon as that's done, you want to go for the Cavaliers, because they will use the, We Shall Return and Signet of Return, and so you just want to stop that as quickly as possible. We Shall Return is really annoying. And there we are. Nope, the Acolyte. The Acolyte needs to go down. And basically what I've discovered with these worms is, with very few exceptions, you can just kill the enemies faster than they can resurrect if you just go in that order, basically. Kill the Acolytes and then kill the Cavaliers. And it's easy enough. Now we're going to go ahead and just get rid of these guys. Oh, should we wait? Should we wait? I think, nope, it's too late. We're going to go ahead and just take them out because they're in the way. And if you were wondering about that skill too, the Jinundu Smash, it actually is, it's a pretty strong skill, and if you prefer to be in melee range and get killed, that's up to you. Like everybody will get resurrected really easily. While you're doing this, it might make sense to use, or I don't know, maybe you can go for Survivor at the same time, because you do get a lot of experience killing these guys. So first we're going to go after the Acolyte, and he's just going to pop, because everybody's going to use that skill on him at the same time. Bam! How about that? And then we look for the Acolytes, of which there aren't any, so I don't think anybody else has a resurrection, and we can just pummel everybody to death. The Defiler. Dune Carver. Effigy. I guess the effigies are probably going to be the most DPS. And promptly after that group's gone, you can pick up the items if you want to. I'm addicted to grabbing all of the loot off the ground, so that's one of the things that I do. And then you can basically check here. You got 20 undead creatures slain, and the way that this works, we're just going to take a look at that briefly. It says you earn 8 Sunspear promotion points for each undead creature you slay, and when you slay an undead boss, you gain 8 additional Sunspear promotion points, maximum 200 for each undead creature slain while under the effects. So to get that maximum 200, you have to have 25 kills beforehand. So the first thing we're going to do is go for this Acolyte as part of this group here. You want to try to avoid those guys, but I may have gotten too close. Bad angle of engagement. Get out of here. So then just watch. Watch for that 25 to pop up. Don't kill Valen the Silent yet. Looks like he might go down. 30 undead creatures slain, so we're actually good. Just kill Valen the Silent, and then once that's gone... Ooh, Valen's bow! Snap! I'm happy about that. And then there's a locked chest as well, so you can sometimes get some good loot there, like a crappy staff. I did end up getting... I can't remember if I mentioned this. I got an Elite Elementalist Home from one of the chests doing this run originally. So that's it. You don't actually need to kill anybody else. You can immediately just map back to the Gate of Desolation, but let's see how long we've been here. 5 minutes, and we've gotten a grand total of... What was the Spear Marshal? 93392. So we'll do minus 93392. We have managed to get 496 points in 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and head back there. And 496 points in 5 minutes is 99.2, we'll say 100 points a minute, which means that if you do that run as smoothly and effectively as I just did, with the occasional breaks for selling, you're going to be getting about 6,000 Sunspear promotion points every hour. So just spending like 20 to 30 minutes on that a day can get you that max Sunspear rank pretty quickly. And it might also get you that sweet bow. What kind of bow is that I picked up anyway? Oh, Vow! Okay, nice. Alright, worth 36 gold, baby. Lengthens bleeding, so not particularly special. How does it look? It looks really dumb. So who knows what that's worth? Probably not very much, but it looks like it's covered in rust. I could probably find somebody to sell that to. Anyway, that's about all of that. That's how you do that farm, and I guess perhaps later I'll talk about farming the Lightbringer points, because that can be good as well, and it's not actually anywhere near that easy. So in any case, I believe that's all, and you will see me later. Thanks for tuning, subscribe, click like, all of that. Yep, and you'll see me later. And I can't believe I almost forgot to do this. It's not as epic as the Siege Devourer by any means, but you can do Slash Dance with the Jinundu worms as well. So look at him go. Why is his nose is stuck in the sand? Let's see if can we find like a good edge. They just kind of move around. Straight out of Dune. Arrakis. There we go. We'll do it right there. That's good. No, still has his face in the ground. I don't know. Well, they're pretty sick looking. And sometimes... Oh, I love that sound. Oh, man, that's so good. Sometimes that sound doesn't play, but there you go. Sorry. It's been a long time since I actually used these worms because I've had Sunspear and Lightbringer maxed out for a while, all of those titles and all that jazz. So it feels good to stretch my little wormy tendrils again. And what are you guys doing over there? So anyway, that's it. Click like, subscribe. I already said that. You'll see me later.